think it's time to go. When you see what I see, you don't want to stick around long. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Yep, St. Louis. Leaving the parking spot that I've been sitting in for the past 34 hours. That's right. 34-hour restart on the road. Not a mandatory deal. This is the first one I've ever had, actually. Sorry, just trying to pay attention to what I'm doing, what my trailer's doing, trying to get out of this lot. It was a good restart. The part that sucked about it, honestly, is, well, yes, number one, not being able to see my family. That's first and foremost. The weather up here has been beautiful for like the past week that I've been driving in and out of here. And of course, the night that I'm set to park, you know, out of hours, storms came rolling in. There was a tornado like southwest of St. Louis. Just completely changed the weather. It went from like 70s and 80s to 40s and rain. And so that part like really sucked. It completely inhibited my ability to, like, honestly, like, kind of enjoy the break, you know? Didn't get to get out of the truck much. Coincidentally, there were like an XFL game and a St. Louis Cardinals game happening this weekend as well. So that obviously created a cluster of people. So I don't know how enjoyable it was going to be anyway. It'd have been nice to maybe bounce over there and watch the game, but like the Cards game, but again, the weather was just not fun, not pretty. We're going to have to do a little bit of jogging to get over to the big road and get back across the river, head back west. Your light's red, bud. That doesn't mean go. Or it does. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I will not be doing that maneuver because look, light's green. Knuckleheads. Takes all kinds out here, people. Takes all kinds. Some tight turns, some railroad tracks, all this good stuff. And trying to snake our way back to the big road here so we can get the bridge and get across the Mississippi. This one you really gotta pay attention to. You gotta pay attention to all train crossings, but this one for sure because they've got that metro that comes by here a lot. Alright, that's cool. This green hauler back here stayed off my butt and allowed me to get over. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Salutations and good day. Yeah, this is where we want to go. West on 64. We'll take that up to I-70. Head towards McPherson. Let me over. Sweet of them. a spoiler for the blue skies, not a cloud in the sky, you know what I mean? Sunshine is, it's like 50 degrees and about a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind, but it's all good. There's that arch. Definitely a fan of St. Louis. It's a nice city for sure. It's got its rough areas, but you know, that's everywhere. You know, I haven't put a video out this week, and in reality, the reason is like I was hooked up. You know, if you saw my post on Instagram or Facebook, check it out. Links down in the description below. I turned like 4,500 miles last week. Now, I left out Easter Sunday and shut down Saturday night. So like a full week, okay, a full 7 days of work, 4,500 miles. So a little less than 700 miles a day on average, not much. Good week. I mean, really good week, right? Why did I take a restart on the road? Honestly, I volunteered to. Like, just full transparency, I volunteered to do it. Now, it's gotten busier up here, and so they've added more trucks because the receiver needed more product. And obviously, like, you're out here driving and you're turning the miles I was turning, you run out of hours. So they had to keep adding trucks, keep adding trucks, keep adding trucks. And I got hung up a little bit, like training and, you know, helping people get carded in and that kind of thing. So that slowed me down a little bit, not a lot. Honestly, like, full reality is that didn't slow me down that much. What really slowed me down and kind of, not really like burned up my hours, but kind of held me from getting back home or back into like further into Kansas where I reload is the amount of trucks unloading. You know, there were a lot of trucks this past week and weekend, towards the end of the week and weekend, as this thing kind of ramped up, and you know, dispatch had to put more trucks on it. It just creates bottlenecks. I mean, you're talking 4 or 5 hour unloads. Like, that'll slow you down. That'll kind of wreck a schedule that you had set, you know? So that kind of inhibited me to get back, you know, not just back home. I mean, appreciate it, driver. Because you know, the hours were there that I could have driven home. I would have just had to not haul that last load. And so, you know, talked with my boss, which is my wife, and her and the boys were in a good place to, you know, for me to just keep at it. And so here we go with a little slowdown. I'm a little confused as to why we're having this far out of like downtown St. Louis, especially going west. GPS is showing accidents. I don't know if that's the case or not. We'll find out shortly. The old accordion. This lane, that lane, people. This lane, that lane. But, with her kind of, you know, the boys being super busy this weekend as well, it honestly was just fine for me to just stay out here and keep at it. I need to speak with dispatch and find out like what the plan is. You know, the one I've been working with, like, didn't have loads for the rest of this week at the time that I took my restart, but you know, where I'm loading out of, we've got other work that we can do if I don't come back this way. So it won't be for nothing, that's for sure. Like, and we communicated on the phone, like, you know, very transparent back and forth, which is the way a dispatcher ought to be, which is the way the driver ought to be to the dispatch, like, there should be clear lines of communication. If you don't have that, I'm sorry for you. Over here you do, you know, and you just tell them what's up. Like, you know, I've got this going on, or I don't have anything going on. You know, if you don't have anything going on, you know, what do you need from me? You know, even when I have something going on, I'm like, you know, what do you need from me? This is what I got going on. Let's see how we can make this work, you know? It's a partnership. But, you know, he was just like, you want to stay out? Stay out. No harm, no foul on our side. If you want to go home, I can get you home. But like I said, I spoke to my wife and kids, and you know, everybody was like, no, we're okay. You know, stay out, do your thing. Now, if I end up here another week and end up running out of hours again, what I will likely do is see about getting to a place that's a little bit closer to home along this route, so that they can maybe come up and visit for my restart. Maybe get a hotel, go do some sightseeing, that kind of thing. You know, so I can actually like get out of the truck for a couple of days instead of, you know, which got to lay around, got to watch movies and you know, stretch out and not have to worry about work, but really didn't get to get out of the truck anyway. But first thing we're going to do is get a service. I think I'm going to take it to a Speedco. The Loves there in McPherson, Kansas has a Speedco shop there, so more than likely I'll just get it done there instead of driving all the way down to Chandler to get it done. Because again, if I was to go to Chandler for a service, I might as well have just gone home, you know, not done a restart out on the road. But it is something I just kind of noticed, like, I put that many miles on the truck this past week. That's not normal. Like, normally we probably put about 2,750, 3,000 on the truck in a week, just as an average. That's not every driver. That's not every, you know, product we're hauling. It just depends on the time of the year and you know, kind of where you're going. But you know, I did 4,500, and so that's like, I ran into my service period faster than I thought I would, and so you know, I didn't get a chance to really reach out to the foreman and say, hey, you know, the truck needs an oil change. So I'm going to do that this morning and just, like I said, probably go to the Speedco and get that done. So that way it's done, it's over with. I'm going to get out of this grain hauler's way. Let him go. We're about 29 miles from 70. So, just cruising. I guess for now, I'm just going to keep heading west. We'll see what this day holds. Once I find out kind of what the direction of the plan is, yeah, I'll let y'all know. Once I know, y'all will know. Alright? Once I know, you know. We'll just go from there. See you in a little while. Well, we got our orders. Kansas City, here we are. Right on our left is, what is it, Kaufman Stadium? And then behind that is Arrowhead Stadium. So yeah, right here in the thick of it. Bounce up here, stay on 70, ease on over
left
to Topeka.
Left lane closed was reported on I-70.
Oh, left lane closed was reported. Well, that's okay. We're going to keep hammering on it. Went and got the oil change back there in Oak Grove. Truck was due for a service, so went ahead and had them change the oil, grease up everything. You know, the old lube job, as they say. The old lube job. All fixed up now. Was in and out of there pretty quick. So that's a good thing. Get me back on the road. You know, back to making money. That's what we need to be doing. But my mission is to go over here, reload, and head back to St. Louis. So we're going to keep at these, which is good. Happy to stay on that. I figured it up. I can do 5 more before I got to take a reset. Don't know if I'll be able to do 5 more. That's not what I'm saying, but if given the opportunity, I can do 5 more and have to take another restart. So that's where that's at. was super easy coming through here about 3:15 in the afternoon. So, where's this guy going? Hoodie jumpsuit with a backpack, easing up the interstate. All right, gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, it shows I'll be to the rack to reload in about a little over 3 hours. So I'll get loaded up, and that'll leave me with another like 3.5 hours. So I'll be able to basically get right back up to Kansas City, and you know, we'll just see where I can bed down at. Kansas City is one of those places that, like so many others on I-70, it's tough to get a parking spot, and so we're going to have to just be cautious. I might have to pull up a little short before Kansas City to ensure that I get a place to bed down. You know, in hazmat, you can't just park on the shoulder, you can't just park on an on and off ramp, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of times you need to find a safe haven, you know, like a parking lot, truck stop, or you know, something like that, something off the roadway. I've got to be at least 5 feet off the road, but even that is very sketchy in my opinion. So yeah, a couple of sharp curves through here as we're getting out of town. Anyway, guess I'll continue on, get over here, get loaded, and get parked. So probably tune back in here shortly. We'll speed the process up for y'all. I'll make y'all sit through the next 6.5 hours of me driving. See you in a little bit. This can't be good. Hopefully it's just the smoke blowing across the road, not an actual fire. I think this truck ahead of me is getting ready to pull off in there and throw some water on it. I'm not real sure if they're burning this on purpose or what, because that grass up there in that field is green. And I think they're burning it on purpose. Look at these knuckleheads.
God damn, dumb shit. I just pulled out in front of that white pickup truck.
Oh, there you go. Takes all kinds, see?
Keep going on that rig truck.
Yep, that's a fire.
Must not speaking with no commandment. Sleeping down.
Alright, well, we got through that okay. Not so much farther, just under 2 hours. Be down there to the rack to load. And then I'll have about 3.5 hours of driving left. So I'd like to get to the other side of Kansas City, but man, parking is so scarce on I-70 at night. Like, you've got to know about a place, you know what I mean, or be there early. Because, you know, most of these freight haulers, their trucks are solar powered, you know. They only know how to drive during the daytime. Come on.